released this insanity.
Old. It must be recorded with all the mics.
I really wanted
No,
to put
kidding.
like emo music, but I was like, okay, then I'll be judged.
Because this is the first episode of this new Safari podcast concept, I'm taking the liberty of reading the intro that I diligently scripted from the phone. And then by next episode, we'll be in our swing.
Do it.
Let's do it. Hey guys, Abby here with Noam and Ariel. We're the marketing team at Safari Audio, and Noam's here.
Yes.
Welcome to Studio Animals,
Yes.
Yeah.
where we break down the hottest plugin news, dive into a wild array of music topics and internet discourse, and close things out with
Hot song alert.
where we share the tracks, sounds, and musical gems we've been digging lately. So let's get into it, fam, and start off with some
Plugin news. I think the first most exciting thing for all of us plugin nerds is Soothe 3 came out. OX Sound is this amazing company. They released Soothe 1 and 2, which was revolutionary for me. What's interesting about this release too is like they say that they changed the entire algorithm, and I played around with it a little bit, and it does sound very different from Soothe 2. I gotta be honest and say that I'm gonna stay with Soothe 2 because I'm so used to that and happy with the results that I'm getting. So I don't think I'm gonna change my workflow into Soothe 3. But maybe if I would start from scratch, I would probably just grab the new one. News update number 2, Audiopunks, which are good friends of ours, released this insane plugin with Chad Blake. It's called Mongrel Effect Rack. I gotta be honest and say that like as a plugin company, like sometimes other companies make some stuff and you're like, why didn't I think of that? Or like, this is so insane. I say it out in like comments on forums on Gearspace as well, so it's not like a secret or anything, but I love your shit. And I think they're like such a cool and innovative company. I used it a little bit and I felt like it's one of those things where you can like play with the plugin forever. Like I can spend a whole day just like experimenting with the different effects that you have in there and everything. So Arturia came out with this new synthesizer, Analog Ladder Titan, which honestly, going back to my mixing days, I would not care. But now that we're into synths and like instruments and stuff, I'm really like deep diving into all the different synthesizers, and Arturia came out with this insanely beautiful synth that has so many features. I only played with it once, but it sounds so dreamy. Fourth update is Tone Projects, which I also love. They released this master limiter called Uni L. I tried it out. It's insane. I mean, I got so loud with that thing compared to like Ozone and Pro-L and all the other stuff that I usually use. Yeah, it has this like softness to the sound, I feel. Very unlike other limiters that I know of. So check it out if you're into loud masters.
On to the T. Do people care about amp sims anymore? Are we like over the kind of like the old, it must be recorded with all the mics, full stops, rumor in 2026, no one cares anymore?
Here's my take. I've recorded a lot of bands in my past, and with bands, usually I feel like a lot of guitar players react and work with, and when they work with like a live amp in the room, it changes how they play. And I think that's like really important. But on the other hand, I was very like excited about just recording direct and then adding amp simulators later for certain projects. So if it's a production that the guitar player is not necessarily, doesn't have a very specific sound that's part of the record or part of the song, then usually I feel like it's way better to just stick a mic or stick a guitar into a DI box and just record it clean. And then endless possibilities that you could do later, even when mixing, is just amazing.
I was absolutely sure you're gonna say the opposite.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Why?
Well, my take on this is I think amps and amps are like, it's a matter of access and a matter of workflow. So I have a Fender amp in my studio and I've never recorded it. I think it sounds great, but it's just I have some plugins and amp sims that I really love. For me, it actually goes more to nostalgia and certain sounds that I can't get with my amp or with my pedals or whatever, because there's this preset that I go to all the time from Amplitude 4, which is Joe Satriani's preset, and I love it for everything I do. I mean, I've tried so many amps and so many stuff, and I really, really love it. If I want to get to my sound quick, I'll use that. But I think if I were to record like an album or a song or something that I want to put some thought into what's the sound like, what's the vibe, and I really can relate what you said about how different sounds bring out different playing and different attitudes.
Yeah, I also think that like my experience recently is that a lot of like guitar players now have a sound in the computer. So like I've experienced some guitar players that will go into the studio and be like, just download the stuff that I need, and then they play into a chain that they built or made. And I think that's also like a really interesting progression.
I want to echo what you said on that. The conversations from maybe the more old school people, oh, we would do like these different miking setups, these cool room mics, and get creative with the guitar sound. Like you said, people are getting just as creative in the box. Kind of that same essence of getting wild and funky.
Again, with like the playing into sound and stuff is like, it really depends on your way of playing the instrument. Like I remember one time I worked with this really cool guitar player, and I picked up the guitar after he finished the song and I played on it, and it didn't sound anything like what was in the song and what he played. I was like, oh, it's kind of like secondary to, you know, whoever's playing it.
I feel it can go both ways. Like if I'll play and you'll change some settings or presets, then I'll play differently according to what feedback I will get.
It's like a progression. It's like an interesting evolution.
What's the next segment?
You guys know what time it is.
What is it?
What time is it?
Hot song alert! Okay.
Okay. The idea behind this segment came because in 2026 there's so much cool music happening. Like the floodgates are open. We thought it would be cool to do a spotlight, and each of us will throw out a song we're listening to. Who would like to present their hot song alert first?
No.
What is your hot song?
Okay, so I'm just gonna find it to remind myself of it. This artist that I love, his name is Yusuf Days, and the name of the song is, I think it's pronounced Chiavi, a love letter to Salvador. His sound is sick. It's like, it's so good.
He's a drummer, right?
He's a drummer, and it's kind of like a jazzy, new age fusion type shit, which is funny because like with fusion, for me, it's like I either hate it or I love it. But it's sometimes it changes like mid song where it's like, oh, this is so cool, and then like a saxophone or like a guitar comes in and it's like, oh, I can't believe I like that. Like, no, I'm not into that at all. It's funny. It's like wearing like a really weird shirt. You're either like really proud of it, but then if somebody gives you like a weird look, you're like, oh, I feel so embarrassed now.
Middle ground.
Yeah, but Yusuf Days is an artist where he's never even close to like the bad side of fusion. He's like so badass and cool. Whoever is doing the engineering work, I don't know. I looked it up a few times and I couldn't find. If somebody knows who mixed that song, like please connect us.
Drop it in the comments, please. Ariel, what's your hot song alert?
All right, my song was Self-Aware by Temper City. It's not just about the song. I really love how people kind of react to it and relate to it. And for me, it's kind of like a combined judgment or something. I don't know if that makes sense.
You like songs that other people like.
I wouldn't put it
You're
that way.
hypocritical.
Maybe.
You don't have a sense of
I really wanted
No,
to
I'm
put
kidding, I'm
like
kidding.
emo music, but I was like, okay, then I'll be judged. That's a really good song, and I think it has so many tiny elements that are super powerful in music that when you put them together, it just makes a great song, and it has a great sound. And there are some moments in it which I feel like they kind of crack the code of the composition and the writing and the melodies, especially the vocal melodies. And it just makes you wanna, like, the first thing that I do when I hear a song that I really love is try to play it and sing it and make like an acoustic version of it, just me and an instrument, might be guitar or a piano, just because I really love the composition and like figuring out how the chords go with the vocal melody and stuff. And when I get that, I just want to play it over and over again or listen to it. And I think a lot of people relate to that feeling, whether it's like, they go deep into why or they just like the song, but it's just a really cool song.
Abby, what's your hot song alert? Great you asked.
Yes.
Thank you. No, I'm kidding. Yes, my hot song alert is Jezebel by Giveon. So the reason I chose this song, in general, Giveon recently dropped an album, Beloved. This is part of Act 2, which is like a deluxe extension of that project. He brought back so many vintage sounds, whether it's, in my mind, like things that I grew up listening, like on the Golden Oldies channel, like the horn sections and the percussion sections. And I feel that he's been able to bring that back with such a relevant contemporary sound. Jezebel to me sounds really modern. Musically, at the end of the song, it modulates twice and goes up in key twice.
That's brave.
Which I miss that stuff. Like, I feel like in 2026, there's so many cool sonic things happening, but there's not so many modulations anymore, fade outs, bridges, like kind of like the Boys to Men 90s bridges. Like those things have kind of phased out now, and he brought something back that I thought was really cool. And that's my take.
I think it's really cool because the second you played it, that's like where I went. I was like, oh, okay, it's another take on like an oldie, but it has a modern kind of texture and vibe to it. I wasn't even sure if it's his vocal or is it a vocoder, because it has like a tremolo thing on it.
Like the synthy sound in the beginning?
Yeah.
Mm.
Sounds really cool.
I love when you hear something and you're not sure what it is. You know what I mean?
It takes a minute to kind of figure it out.
I really like that feeling. Like,
Yeah.
But
what else are we shenanigans about?
this was our main first take
Oh, wow.
on things. And I have, just like the scripted intro, I have an outro that I'm going to remember last time.
Do the Abby outro.
True. Okay. I made this way too long. This will be much better by the second episode. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in to the first episode. This was really fun and exciting. And and I'm excited to see where this goes, but it feels like we're off to a strong start. Yeah, you can keep with the sounds. Please drop a comment below. We'd love to hear what you think.
I just also want to say a few more things. Just to say that we're really pushing to kind of make this a community effort, and we want to hear your opinions on stuff. We want to build stuff that the community feels we should, and we want to stay in touch and keep it real. We keep it real. Just so you know, if you see a respond, it's either from me or from Abby. So, and lastly, I'm sure that during the episode, you guys heard this super space drum sound, and if I was, unfamiliar with it and seeing the show, I would be like, what the hell is that? So this is Super Space Drum by Electro Harmonics. This is like the longest, the outro is like the length of the entire episode, which is pretty dope, I think.
It's pretty dope.
But like, thank you, Mojave Mics, This is a Mojave mic. Not gonna zoom in.
Maybe walk back a little. Oh, there you go.
This is a Mojave mic.
Maybe that should be the thumbnail.
It's a really cool microphone company, and I really like this microphone, and it kicks ass. So yeah,
And it saved our ass.
and
Definitely.
it did save our ass because we didn't have another lapel. Who else should I thank?
Yeah, I think that's it. And we'll catch you guys next episode.
Yes. See you guys next time.